the things that we do, morning, on this Sunday morning, at whatever the time is. I have no idea because I haven't got a watch on. Oh dear. What's this sound here? No, it says 9 o'clock. How about that? Not bad. Yeah. That one there was my sister's watch that she wanted a battery put in it. I mean, I suppose I should give it back really, but yeah. Cup of coffee in the morning, which is always good. Put that in the bin. Now, this here, right, is probably about 1,000% tidier than what it was half an hour ago. Right, yeah, so here we are today. I thought I'd have a go at videoing one of these, but because obviously I haven't really got the kit to set up with cameras and all that, but just using my mobile phone as you do. And being one of those type of people that really finds it frustrating, right, when you have somebody who's got one hand holding the camera and the other hand doing, you got the point. This here is, if I get my magnifying glass, because I am as blind as a bloody bat, especially these days, I'm getting too old for this shit. This is an A-158W, module 593, Casio. Well, straight away, because this came in a job lot anyway. I've already gone through several of them, but if you can see the back there, right, and it says Casio, right? Well, when you flip that over, it should say Casio the right way up, but this one doesn't. So obviously it's been messed with and played with, and battery's been changed, and they've put the back on upside down. Trust me, it's bloody annoying. Oh, and while I'm fiddling around with this, while I'm fiddling around with this kind of nonsense, right, what I want to do, I want to get out of the Fakio, right, because it is very cool, this Fakio, right, and I think you might like it. It'll probably piss you off, but you might like it. Let me just go and grab it. Right, this one here, right, this is a Casio Fakio, not even Closio, right? And it looks really good, doesn't it? Looks like the bee's knees. No, it's not. This particular watch, as it says on the back, is not what it says on the back. It's just under the clip here. All right, can you see that? Yeah, nice and clear. Yeah, okay, you got it. Yeah, are you sure you can see it? You honestly, are you sure? Are you sure? Press that button and it lights up nice and pretty. It doesn't make any sense, mind, but it lights up anyway. It's purple. So somebody's gone and put a purple strip light in there by the looks of it. I suppose if you do that, you can put up against a wall and read some, the black light stuff. You know what I mean, do you? Anyway, all right, when I bought the job lot that all these came in, this was in it as well. I thought, well, that's an unusual Casio. What is that? And then obviously they took a picture of the back, and the back is this. All right. Are you sure you can see it? Are you positive you can see it here, honestly? And so, of course, with this particular Casio, and I'm like, that's interesting. What could that well be? So I won the bid, and here they are now, like, you know. Now, on the back, right, just in here, are you sure you can see it? Honestly, positive you can see it? Right. Anyway, you've got G100. Well, of course, I saw that, and I'm thinking to myself, because it's going around in my head now, G100. I've got a G100. That's not a G100. I've got one of them. I mean, it looks nothing like this. So, obviously, I took it apart and I took the back off it. And inside the back of this particular model, it is horrible. I mean, it is the most cheapest Chinesium cack you've ever known in your life. It's horrible. And I'm like, this can't be. But then I've done a bit of the older on the old Google nut, because the number, the module number, which is 3247, right, that actually brought up a similar model to this, right, which this looks like it, but it isn't it. This particular one should be a Casio G001BB, I think they call it, and the nickname for this model is called the Jason Casio G-Shock. Right, so there you go, which is quite amusing because my name's Jason, so I found that hilarious. But this is not it. This is just the biggest fake you could ever imagine. This part here, yeah, that's fine. That looks like it. The inside ain't too bad, but obviously the display is absolutely shocking. These two slots here, which are on both sides, right, there. You got the point, yeah. So these here, right, are supposed to have grills, like stainless steel grills in them, right? And then coming off the shoulder, there's these added parts that come over like wings, like, you know what I mean? And it just obviously looks a lot better. But then obviously on the back is a lot more real and not this faux shit that we've got here. And obviously then the module inside, it takes I think it's a CR32, I think it takes, but you got all the circuit board in there, you got the metal frame, the battery gets clipped in, and all that nonsense. Where this is just like a plastic thing with just, yeah, it honestly, dude, I mean, come on. So, needless to say, this particular thing here does not go in my Casio collection. It goes in the box over there for whatever, in case just whatever might, yeah, go away. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Anyway, let's get back to this thing, shall we? This one here, this little gem, right, I like these type of ones because they're really cool, they are. Right, we're going to take it apart, and that's really, really annoying the piss out of me. Fuck it, I'm going to have to get this back off because it's doing me head in, right, because yeah, it's one of them. So we take the old, did you see where that went? Because I don't see where that went. Is it over there? Is it over there? Shit. There's one. Right. Let's get that off. There's another one. Flip it around. And, oh, that one's already undone. Oh, that's helpful. Yeah. Okay. Put that one there too. That. So we can put them. Put them in there. Oh dear. It keeps coming off there. Hey, watch this, look down. Yeah. See these, look. Huh. I've even got some half decent tweezers as well. Watch this. They actually, when you grab shit, they actually pick it up. You know what they do? I'm telling you, honestly, they pick it up. They do. They pick. There you go. Anyway, right. Let's get the old gas on there. So that's intact, that's not bad. We'll chuck you in there as well. The nice little plastic sticky thing that protects the top of the battery, which everything's in there. It looks genuine, it's not too bad. Now if we are super smart, we grab out of the contact bar there, we can pull the module out. And there we are. Looks all right, that does. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, these particular ones, right? You have to disassemble them to get the battery. So what we'll need is a bit of magic, maybe a little bit of fairy dust, and hopefully with a bit of luck things might go our way. So these little tabs, yep, I mean everybody knows about these tabs, right? They're great, they're so easy to get off, it's untrue. So we'll stick a screwdriver in there and give it a twist and a pop, right? And you work it around. Work it around. I hope you can see that. Can you see? I can't see it, because I mean, if you can, please guide me, because I feel like I'm fucking blind these days. That one, see, I told you, these are easy. That one doesn't want to. Ah, there we go. Off goes the weasel. Off it comes. And there we are for that one. I think this should be the last one, unless I'm going around in fucking circles. Come on, there we go. Right, are you going to go? No, you're not going to go. What? Ah, there we are. Haha, hey presto. And there is the battery cage, which is part of the watch body itself. So what we're going to do, we're going to dump a battery inside there. Now, obviously somebody's obviously had it apart before, but you can see that you've got this that little black splodge there, right? That's sticky, paddy stuff just to pop the battery on, so it holds in place while you're fiddling, right? Because it's going to be doing all that nonsense. But I'm going to say, just for argument's sake, that's going to be a 25, I'd imagine. Because just for shits and giggles, they don't actually tell you what the battery size is, but I'm going to go with 25 for the time being. I think we might have one here. Let me check these two batteries, see if they've got any juice in them. I've got them flipped upside down because negative, and then the side is positive, and we have 3.06, so that one is a good one. So we'll have that. And we can then, I don't know if you noticed, but that one's actually got a little bit of a splodge on it. See that splodge? It looks like it's been in one of these type of watches before, so cool, very cool. So if we splodge it sort of there like that, with a bit of luck, right, and hold that there, and then we can grab onto this with delicate knees. Well, let's move you out of the way because you do me, Eddie. And pop that on there like that. Give it a push. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. And there we have it. So it does actually work. That's good news. Now with these particular ones, I'm not sure, but we'll have a quick look. But I don't think it has an AC. I might have to take that off, but I don't think it does. Remembering rightly that these don't have the AC reset. You know what? I can't be bothered. No, I don't think it does anyway. There ain't no pads about to do that anyway, so I'd say not. Even when they do actually sort of, you know, light up like this, and you can see that it's working. They still recommend that you do a reset, and yeah, but this one doesn't need it. So we have a quick look to see what date it's got, if any. Hang on, press the other button. 24 hour. Where's the other one? What's that light in that is? It says the first, but normally they can come up with the year. I tell you what, let's just scoot through the set, and let's have a look, shall we? Do that. First, and a day. It hasn't got the year, so oh well. We'll set that in a minute when we're all sorted and done. But my next task is to remove some crap out of my way so I can work. I've got to pop that there. I need to strip this down now. So we've got our back. There's that. The gasket is in here, so we ain't got to worry about that. The screws are in there too. I'm going to take the strap off. This one's Not too bad, it ain't too gnarly. See, there's a little gap right just in there for the pin, the spring bar remover to go in, but the thing is, these spring bar removers don't work because they're just, yeah, they don't fit. So what you do is oh, hang on, where's that one disappeared to? Here we go. You get your one of these little tinky little screwdriver, and as long as it doesn't bend the end, you just firk and fiddle and firk and, oh no, bend the end of it. Let's try the other one instead, that might work. Isn't too big enough? Not right, so I don't know. Hang on, let's try this small one again. Sorry, if there's too much pressure in the spring, it won't do it. Yeah, you just bend the screwdriver. And that ain't no good, is it? Go on, you'll get. I'm out. No, can't get that. What the hell's going on with this thing now? Nope. God. Oh. Push it at the same time. Must be your brain. Inside the brain. This don't fit, you see, it doesn't go in the slot. Destroy another couple of screwdrivers, shall we? Does it even fit, or is it too wide? I've got to keep persevering with the darn thing. Oh wow, I can see it coming. Well, I've never had this before, ever. I am to get it. That's what that clicking noise is. See? Jesus, unbelievable. Give him this side, ain't gonna come out. Anyway, there we go. Launched out. Just the flying across the room, mind you, but it's as if this one has been I'll tell you what, I am gonna suggestions on a postcard, please. Well, I got the strap off, but look at that. That thing is just, it's in there, that is. It is not coming out. So the only way that's coming out, I know I've had to do something ridiculous, but look at that. It still ain't coming out. No wonder. Holy crap. What the hell? I don't think I've ever seen that before, ever. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good grief. That was not coming out of there, was it? Dear me. Anyway, we finally got it out. Oh, what an absolute nightmare. I mean, look at the state of my poor little strap. Hey, dear, look at that. Oh, love a duck. Let me just get rid of that offensive piece of shit. And the things you want to see when you're doing watches, isn't it? So I'm going to try and tweak that back around now. Right. So, what do we have? We have that. We have that. Get that out of the road. We have our butchered strap. Pin bar can move as well. Put that out of the way. I'll clean this other pin bar up because I'm going to put them together. Just make sure they are. Yeah, they are. Right, so this is what we've got, and that is what we're going to clean. So I'm going to give them a scrub now and weep into the bowl of the stress that this has just caused me. go. Sorted. But I'll tell you what, before I continue, I'm going to go and see if I can do something with the end of that. Right, so, yeah, because at the end of the day, it's yak. I will be back. Don't worry. Right then, I've had as best I give at it as I possibly can to try and make that a little bit more ugly than what it was when I had it. So yes, it is what it is. I'm afraid there's not a lot I can do about it. I've done my best with it. Well, like I say, I haven't really got the tools or anything like to do that, but I've straightened it out, flattened it back around again, and it seems to have done the job. So anyway, we'll start doing the biz, and putting it all back together again, because it's turned out quite nice. It's clean enough. I mean, you can't argue with it. It ain't too bad. Right, Casio, facing uphill. Module, facing uphill. So we'll drop that in there. Let's scoot these around a sec, because you got to scoot them around here. Pop that in there. Now, some people forget that the little metal tabs where for the button pushers, they do latch on the top, right? So when you're putting these back in, you always have to make sure that you pop the spring levers over the buttons, and that way then it'll all drop into place. It can be a bit fiddly, don't get me wrong, but hey ho, you just have to keep tweaking around. Just don't get forcing them down, and then eventually it will just pop into place as though it grew there, like so. I think let's just have a check. And we got one that's being a cow bag. Right, another check around. So once I've done that, then I will press the buttons to make sure they are touching the springs, the push buttons are, and not underneath them. So we've got that bit done again. Casio, right way up. On these ones you'll have the you can see that in there, that little grey tube, that's the quartz. Then you have the contact for the speaker, and what they call it, the piezo. So I'll have to tweak that one back up again, it's a bit low. Right, so we've got that bit, and now we need the gasket. Well, for the gasket, which is in here, there it is, look. I'll grab hold of that. Alright. Oh, there we are. Give it a bit of a clean. So, yes, this little video that I was trying to do has just pretty much took me a couple of hours to do, which is insane. Anywho, with this gasket ready to go, we have a quick look at it. Right. If you can see that, I don't know, but these particular ones have got these recesses in the corners that stick up, and on the other side it's completely flat. Well, sort of. It's got like a little lip around the outside. Right, now the ridges, them edges that stick up on this side, they go down. Right, they go face down, those do, which then when you flip the watch up, it's face up. So you know what I mean though, do you? I don't have to spell it out for you, I hope. So we'll pop that down on there like that, and we'll give it a bit of a tweak and a fiddle and a poke and a prod and a touch and a tap and a fiddly diddly. Seems level enough for me, so we'll do that, sweep it round, and hopefully this back will push it down enough to trap it and not cause me any grief. Let's get a screw in there, shall we? Flip it round, pick it up, drop it in. Come on, you see what I done yesterday and last night? You'd have been amazed, honestly. You'd never believe it. You go, good grief, this guy's great. He's awesome. He actually pretends like he knows what he's doing. But today, holy mother. Come on. I've got the one. Spin it round and we do the diagonal. You haven't got to, but I do this because he pulls the back down evenly. You know that some YouTube videos where you people who die inside, that was a feeling then, you know, it's like fuck. Anyway, right, so we got that, and we can have a quick look, you know what I mean, just to see how it's sitting, and yeah, that's nice, that's flush, we're done, and look, it's still working, would you believe it, it's still bloody working. Anyway, onward and upward. Let's have a look, shall we? Come, for crying out loud. Oh, and by the way, right, I suppose by this time, yeah, if you've got this far through this absolute share of shite, you'll realise that there's no editing regarding the what I say, because I don't give a shit. It's as simple as that. I've many times where you'll have the odd comment that says, certainly not for family viewing, profanity, be warned. I had that before now, and I've got one word for that. Don't fucking watch then, right? Just don't do it. Don't watch. I uninvite you. Go away. Go and pester somebody else, you bellend. Can't be doing with people like that. Doesn't matter what words you use, you should not have to censor yourself. I am not making this for children, I'm making this for me. And if you enjoy watching it, then I'm obviously making it for you too. But if you don't bother watching. Go on, there you go. It's all nice and shiny, look at that, it's lovely, ain't it? Look at that. I ain't going to show you that bit, that's just horrible. Right, how do you know which way to put these things? Right, well, you see where it says Casio, right, when you flip it round like and you go around like that, it reads Casio, doesn't it? You see, did you see what I did there? So this one, because it's the shortest one, goes on the top, 12 o'clock. Because when you flip it round to fasten it up, the clasp reads Casio. So, I've got my little tooly thing here, which I don't think is going to work because it's just... Oh, hang on. Lovely sound that is, ain't it? Right, so we've got the top on. Now we're going to put this back on. I know it's got the yucky, horrible, cacky, yucky. Sounded like a dance track then, didn't it? Yucky. Yeah. The pin bar slides through quite nicely, so that's alright. Flip it round so I can actually put it in the right way. That might be good, wouldn't it? I'm all thumbs and fingers here. So there's the hole, and oh yeah, look, there you go. There's another reason why it ain't doing very well. Like I said to you, the whole collar, it's gone straight into the hole, so I think whether it has or not, but I've got a feeling that somebody has made the holes bigger at some point, and it just swallows the whole collar. Anyway, so we've got the absolute nightmare back together again. Right, it's on stopwatch here, so we'll get the time set. So with these particular ones, with the 3-button jobby, right, it should be press that one and it'll get a 0, press that one and it will sit it back on again, press it all the way through and it goes flashing. Press the top one, which is a light, right, and then that'll move the dials over. Press this one and we can then set the time. Does anybody know what time it is? 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11:30. 11 I haven't got a clue. Hang on. Out of all the watches I've got, you'd have thought I'd have a clock name, wouldn't you? Yeah. It's about 11:25 past 11. So if we shufty this all the way to, what's it, 11, and then we do that one, which is a 15, so I think it's about 25 past-ish. Come on, there you go. Come on. 23, 24, that'll do, it's near enough. I can do it again later. I didn't do that, did I? Right, next we have that's the month, and it's the first month still, and that's the day, so I think we're going to have to hold it down and let it throw itself through. Can you see that flapping away nice? There you go, 26. It's the 31st today, isn't it? So Sunday's already set, so that's what it normally does. And that's it. That is done. It actually works. And took some mulling about. Look at that. I mean, apart from the offending side here, which is there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I mean, I suppose if I had some half decent tools, I might be able to sort that out and make it look a little bit prettier, but I need to get some very small, I don't know, chili type things. And anyway, it's on, it's done, it's cleaned up, it's functional, and that will now sit nicely on my in my collection. Another one I've refurbed. If you give me a second, I'll go and grab a couple I messed with last night. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right then, what we'll do, we'll start with this one. I think this one is the Telememo 50, and when it came in the job lot, the back was loose. There's a screw missing out of it. Hang on. Just gonna chew my nails off. There was a screw missing out the back, and it was loose. And I thought to myself, what's missing out of it if it's been all loose off and what have you? And it was filthy. And yeah, it didn't have a bracelet. Right, this one was in my box, spare one knocking about, which fit perfectly. So, and it is a Casio, so I ain't got to worry about that. Anyway, these do come with this type of bracelet. Some of them do come with the resin type. This one took a little bit of fiddling with. Once I got it to work, the display came on, but the mode button and the two forward and reverse and forward buttons didn't work. They wouldn't do anything. And it's not that they didn't work, it's just that the what do you call it, the metal plate, like the little contacts that those plungers push onto, same as what I was doing with the other one, there was too flat, so when you was pressing them, it wasn't reaching the circuit board of the watch, so it wasn't making a contact. Same with the mode button as well. So all I had to do to sort that out was disassemble it after like a multitude of times of disassembling the darn thing, and then just retweaking the little plates. And these two here, the plate that's got the little tabs on the inside, it also doubles as the screen locator, so I have to be very careful with that. But yeah, stripped it down, because this one has to come apart in several pieces to actually get the whole thing out. You can't just lift the module out like I did with this one here. You have to take it apart. It all unscrews, and you take the top off, it unscrews another piece, take that off, and then you can take the front out by unclipping that. Oh, what a pain in the arse. And having to do that about, what, probably a dozen times, just checking it all out. Once I knew that it was okay and it functioned like it's doing now, obviously this type of watch had the reset option. Even though it came on, the screen did, I still reset it, which puts it back to factory. And if you ever notice any of these type of watches, any kind of digital watch, when you do a reset on them, if they've got the reset option, it resets it to factory, and it'll give you the original date when it was made, which is, this one is a 1990. Yes, 1990. That's what that one is. And it's a cracking little watch. It's got some funky little functions on it. It really has. Schedule. I think that's something to do with planes and crap. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. The alarm, stopwatch, and then that was the time. You can check your thing. I've already put like a little bit of a memo there, called a Casio. So yeah, it's one of them. It really is pretty cool. And I thought, you know what? I've actually bought it a few times as well, to be honest, because it is a cool little watch. And to think that it survived, what would it be, 31 years? It's not bad, that, is it? I suppose you can class that as a bit of a vintage, if you like. So that was that one I done the other day. This one, when it turned up, if you can see that or not, right? It's a nice little lady's watch. It's got the little LCD display there, right? I don't think you can make that out at all. Anyway, it's there. And obviously it's got its analog as well. When it came, it only had the hour hand on it, and I'm like, well, that's weird. Well, maybe it's fell off, like, you know. But I can't find the original write-up about it, because I think she said it was some sort of a sweeping hour. You know, I've got a feeling that the finger was never there, right? I don't know why, because when I took it apart, it wasn't trapped down there. It hadn't fell down the inside the face there with this screen. It was just not there. And I'll go it under the magnifying glass and had a quick look, and sure enough, not only did it have the hour hand center, it had the minute hand center as well, the other one. So yeah, so the drivetrain was full with both of them. It doesn't have a second. It only has the minute. And I had to then think, well, what can I use? How can I do this? Because I haven't got a Casio watch with these particular kind of hands on them. So what I did is I went through my box of bits. And when I say a box of bits, it's a big box full of watches that I can use to either, if I'm feeling inclined to take one out and give it a bit of a once over and then put it into my collection, or take it apart for pieces. And this is what I did. So that one there is that the minute hand there is off just a generic cheapo watch, and it fit, which was the point. But what I had to do with it is flip it over. I couldn't put it on the right way. I had to flip it over, so it's upside down, that finger is, believe it or not, which I found quite cool. But it works perfectly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Whether or not it was sold because of that reason, because it just didn't have the thing on it, because the way the write-up was as if it was, they called it some sort of a sweeping hour. I think they called it something like that. So I don't know. It just seemed a bit odd for that to be. So that's the reason why I investigated, and I took the existing hand off, and then pop the face off and had a good look, like, you know, sure enough, like I say, it did have the minute hand access. So sorted that one out. That was fun. And yeah, another nice little watch there. I enjoyed doing that one. It was quite a challenge. This one, believe it or not, I did absolutely nothing to that apart from putting the bracelet on. Get a bit of a clean. Didn't really need a fat lot. But I got a couple of these, and they're all scuffed up and what have you. And this one turned out to be perfectly fine. It just didn't have a bracelet on it, and even the analog side worked. I've got the other two I've got. The analog doesn't work, and plus it doesn't have a second hand like this one does. So I was quite impressed with that. So I thought, that's an idea. Take the bracelet off that one, put it on this one, and that's part of my collection as well. Nice they are. This one, I've ordered a strap for it. And it's another one of those like is it some sort of wave scepter thing? Not 100% sure, to be fair. The model number on this one is a W752, is what that is. And this one is a 2000 model, because again, reset it, and it comes up with the date that it come off the factory line. And it's a 2000, and this one's got all your wonderful functions, but this has also got auto light on function as well, so when you're wearing, if you flip your wrist up, the light will come on automatically. I've turned it off obviously because I don't want to get wasting the battery on it, but yeah, it cleaned up really well. I mean, it was, again, obviously it's going to have its wears and tears, like, you know what I mean, because it's, what, 20 years old, for crying out loud, but it still works, it's functional. It's cleaned up really nicely, and once it's got its strap on, again, it'll be another one in the collection. Well, I think I'm going to leave it at that for now, and I'm going to go and I'm going to have a go at doing this one next and see what this one's got to offer me. Because you never know, it might be all right. This one's a AQ230. I'll give it a good cleaning, see if it works, and all the rest of it. But yeah, I haven't got this one in this colour. I've got them in the silver, but not this colour. So I'm going to go with that one now. So I'm going to go and play with that. Hope you had a good day. That I haven't bored you too much. And if my language is offensive, I don't give a shit. Other than that, I will probably see you again some other time. Have fun. Toodles.